Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new here, my name is Karina and I'm so happy that you guys are with me today. Today's video is going to be a little bit different than some of the other videos that I've filmed. I wanted today to be kind of like a sit down video, a chatty video, kind of like podcasty vibes. I am in like my podcasty studio situation. I have my microphone, but I don't think I'm going to be using my microphone too much today because today's topic is something that I feel near and dear to me, and I'll get into that in a bit. But basically, don't think I'm going to be using my beautiful hairbrush microphone today. Also, you guys, the lighting is not fantastic, so I do have a light set up. So if you guys see shadows, it's probably because of the light. So just a little background information into what's going on with me today. On today's podcast episode, I'm going to be talking to you guys about how to not only survive a breakup, but how to thrive after a breakup. I'm gonna give you guys a couple things that I think are beneficial when you're going through a breakup, things that have helped me when I've gone through breakups, and hopefully they're gonna help you guys. If you guys do enjoy this video, don't forget to hit the like button. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I put out videos for you guys every single week. Also, if anything that I say here today resonates with you, leave me a comment and I will get back to you guys. So without further ado, let's get into it. I'm gonna start with giving you guys a little bit of background information on me and like my relationship life. That way you guys kind of have a little bit of understanding as to why I may have some experience in this area. I would say I'm pretty much a hopeless romantic, or more than hopeless romantic. I would consider myself just someone that is a very committed person. I have always been the type of person that really takes relationships very seriously, and I have always gone into relationships thinking that that relationship is really going to go the long haul. I guess my first relationship ever, I was 15, 16, and you guys, I was in love. I thought that I was going to marry this person and we were going to be together forever and just crazy things, but I really did take it seriously. Like for me, I've never been the type of person that I'm just gonna like date someone just casually and just have it be that. I've always been someone that's been very monogamous, and I've taken all my relationships very, very seriously. So whenever a breakup would occur, you guys, it would crush me. And like I mentioned, my very first relationship at like 15, 16 years old, I was very, very young. Now looking back, I feel like it's kind of crazy that like I felt these things at such a young age, but regardless, when I had that breakup in particular, maybe it was because it was my first breakup ever, I literally thought that my life was over. Not that my life was over, but more like I felt like I was gonna die. Like I had this like intense pain in my heart, in my soul. I felt like I could potentially just die. I had never experienced love before and like all that infatuation that comes along with it. And then of course, when that doesn't work out, the pain that you feel is just an intense one. And for me, it definitely was. And so I think because I experienced that at a pretty young age and I learned how to get over it, and obviously I survived. I did not die, you guys. Sometimes when we're going through breakups, I know it feels like that, but I'm here now. And since then, I have been in a couple other relationships. So I've been through a couple of these really tough moments, and the last relationship that ended was about 2 years ago, if I'm not mistaken, and that one was a pretty, I think, pivotal one for me. And because of that breakup, I think now I feel like I have something to offer you guys in regards to how to handle difficult breakups. So that's why I'm going to share some of the things that I've learned through my own experience, and hopefully it'll help someone out there that's going through a breakup. I've written everything down on my phone, so please don't mind me looking at my phone from time to time. Also, you guys, I am going to be talking kind of from the perspective of being the person that is getting broken up with, not the person doing the breaking up. I know that being the person that breaks up with someone is difficult. I know that that comes with its own set of difficulties and pain and all the things, but just for today's video, most of my tips and insights are kind of for the person that's going through the breakup, that might have been caught off guard by this relationship ending, or is having to end a relationship that they really wish wouldn't be ending, or that you're the person getting broken up with. So just to keep that in mind. So if you got broken up with, or if you had to break up with someone because you felt like that was your only option for whatever reason, like there's gonna be a pivotal moment where the relationship ends. As hard as that might be at the moment, the first thing that one must do when dealing with a breakup is accept that the relationship is over. And you don't have to delve deeper or really get into the ins and outs of what that even means, but I think the first thing that one must do is just accept it. And I know that that is not easy, you guys. It's not easy to accept something that, like I said, could be very difficult, could be very painful. Don't try to fight it. Don't try to convince yourself that you're gonna change this person's mind, because you could potentially spiral. It won't be good for you or the other person. Just accept it. You don't want to be with anybody that doesn't want to be with you. You do not want to be with anyone who does not want to be with you. Another thing that might be helpful while you're accepting that the breakup has happened is just tell yourself in your mind, just tell yourself, even if you don't believe it, just tell yourself everything's gonna be okay. I know it doesn't feel like it at the moment, but trust me, you're gonna be okay. Also, you guys, something that I wrote down is that I know breakups can be hard. I know that the moment that a breakup happens, you could feel a lot of emotions. You could feel a lot of sadness, pain, anger even, frustration. What I would recommend though, you guys, is that during that breakup, if you guys are in person with one another, if you're even on the phone with that person, try to end the relationship on good terms. Try your hardest to be compassionate. Try your hardest to put yourself in that person's shoes. And try to remind yourself that if you were breaking up with someone, you would want that other person to treat you with kindness and respect. And that doesn't mean you have to be like happy about it. That just means that you are respectful to yourself, that you don't make a scene, that you don't, you know, I would say just even in the tough moments of getting broken up with, do your best during the breakup to remember that you care about this person, that you cared about this person, you were in a relationship with this person for a good while, or for whatever time you were in the relationship, and treat them with respect. Treat yourself with respect. Don't curse them out. Don't yell at them. Don't throw things at them. Don't break their car. Like, don't do these things, because that's not nice. It's not respectful. And I feel like it cheapens the love or the relationship that you had with this person. Of course, no one likes breakups. Everybody goes into relationships hoping that they're gonna work out, but sometimes they don't. And once the pain goes away, once time has healed the wounds, you're gonna be proud of how you handled yourself, if you handle yourself in a kind, compassionate, understanding, mature, respectful manner. The second thing that I want you guys to remember when you're going through a breakup is that sadness that you probably felt at first, which I would probably not even say that at first you feel so much sadness. You probably have a mix of emotions, but I think at first when a breakup initially starts, it's more like shock, and like almost, for me at least, it's been like shock and almost like you leaving your body type of thing. But I think what's gonna happen to you next, you guys, is you're gonna feel really, really sad. It's very normal, and I promise you it's going to pass, but probably gonna hurt like hell. It's gonna probably make you feel like your world is ending, like you can't survive this. You're gonna feel these emotions, you guys, and I want you guys to know that it is okay. And it is important to feel your feelings. It is important to cry. It is important to just feel that pain that comes along with something that was really important to you ending or not being there anymore. And I think it's an important part of the process because it goes to show that you really put your heart and soul into something. You really cared about another person. And of course, when we care about people and for some reason they have to leave our lives, whether it be a death of someone in the physical form or even like a breakup, this can also happen with friendships. Like when you love someone and a relationship has to change for whatever reason, it's gonna be sad. And I think it's important for me to remind you guys that it's okay to feel the sadness. And I do recommend really feeling the sadness. Don't try to numb the pain away. Don't try to drink it away. Don't try to eat it away. Don't try to escape it. Don't try to deny it. I think it's really important to feel it. Feel it. I know it hurts, but you're gonna get out of it. Now, during this time, I would say lean on your closest friends and family. Surround yourself with people that really love you. Go to a safe space. Go to places where you are feeling loved. Spend time with people that will be there for you, people that will support you. Have some ice cream if that makes you happy. Try to eat yummy food. Watch some things that make you happy, maybe your favorite movies. Take time for yourself to grieve this loss. And usually it takes a few days. It takes a few days of like feeling really sad. It's all good. Tell yourself, I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna get through it. And I promise you, you will. And you guys, try not to stay in this sad state too long. Like I've mentioned, it's important to feel your feelings, but I also want you guys to not dwell in the sadness, which it's gonna look different for everybody, but life is going on. You have your life to live. You don't want to be sad in bed for too long. And I'm not saying to not feel your feelings, because like I said, feel your feelings. It's very, very important to do that, but don't stay there too long. Life is on the other side of this sadness cloud and you want to get there, so don't get stuck in the sadness cloud. You gotta move on, which brings me to my next piece of advice. Number 3, after the sadness has passed, after you've cried, after you've eaten some yummy things, it's time, you guys, to get back on your feet. It's time to start living again and doing the things that make you happy. So for me, what was really helpful was walking. I took long walks, you guys. I would put a podcast in, I would listen to a YouTube video, and I would walk and I would think and I would see the beautiful nature around me. Started to get back into like my healthy routine. So I would recommend that during this time after a breakup, do things like that that are gonna just uplift you. Listen to something that's gonna encourage you, things that uplift you, things that motivate you. I think that is very important. All right, you guys, so step number 4, you're gonna have to do some homework. And this homework might hurt a little bit, but it's gonna be so good for you. So I learned from Iyanla Vanzant that it's very, very important after a breakup to do something that's called a relationship inventory. And I'm gonna link to something of hers where she talks about doing a relationship inventory. It's kind of like a questionnaire, I guess, where it's just like a set of questions that you go through and you answer after a breakup. And it helps you to really get honest with yourself as to what happened in this past relationship and what did I do that was good and what did I do in this past relationship that was not so good. It also helps to unveil some patterns. Like, are you stuck in like some sort of pattern that you have been in almost all your relationships? Maybe doing this relationship autopsy homework will help you kind of unveil that. Like, oh my gosh, I have been in relationships like this before and this similar thing keeps coming up and keeps coming up. So it'll help you see that so that in the next relationship you're more aware about that. And I feel like this relationship inventory thing is really, really helpful to get very honest with yourself, because there's probably things that you have done in your relationships that haven't always been great. Sure, you probably had really great things that you offered that relationship, but you probably have some blind spots. And I think that this relationship inventory, maybe it's not relationship inventory. I think it's called the relationship autopsy. I think that's what it's called. Sorry, you guys, I'm using the wrong terms. And basically the reason why it's called the relationship autopsy is because obviously after a death, people go in and really do like a thorough investigation as to what happened, what was the demise of this person or whatever. And I think it's really important because it helped, at least it helped me to be kind of like honest with myself to a very high level, where I realized that I was doing things in my relationship that weren't the best, you know? I think the easy thing, and the thing that's just like the most common, is that we don't take time to really reflect on what has happened. And it's good for me to have taken time to do that and reflect on that, because now I'm aware of some things that I've done in the past that I don't want to continue in the next relationship that I'm in. All right, you guys, we're almost done. So this is technically the last point, even though I do have something else to add at the end. But point number 5 is take time for yourself. Once you've accepted that the breakup is happening, once you've felt the pain, once you're starting to get back on your feet, once you've done your homework, and obviously these things don't have to be like step 1, step 2, step 3. They can be happening simultaneously, you guys, of course. But once you've kind of taken time to really feel, reflect, now it's time to take time for yourself. You are not in a relationship anymore. This is your time to shine. This is your time to enjoy you. Enjoy being with yourself. Enjoy doing the things that you like. Do you like to paint? Do you like to spend time with family? Do you like to spend time with your friends? A breakup is a moment where you really get to indulge in that time for yourself. And that is a blessing, you guys. And I know it's hard to see through the initial pain that happens with the breakup, but listen, now you have an opportunity to do the things that you like, to spend time with yourself, to not think about anybody else. Because you guys, one really big truth of life is that the longest relationship that we'll ever have in this lifetime is the relationship that we have with ourselves. And so it's really important to cultivate that relationship. I think it's kind of strange to think of it as like a relationship when you're just like, no, I'm just me. Like, I'm not having a relationship with myself, but you are having a relationship with yourself. When you take care of yourself, when you're kind to yourself, like that's being good to yourself. And that means that you're having a good relationship with yourself. And that's going to benefit every other area in your life. I know it's going to be probably sad at times. I know sometimes you're going to think about that person that you're not with anymore, but just remember that you're with yourself. Also, this could be like a good time to start thinking about what you would like for your future. I'm not saying to get into another relationship tomorrow or like super soon or anything like that, but I do think it is a good time for you to start thinking about like, what would I want for my future? How do I want my next partner to look, to be? What would I want for my next relationship? Who do I want to be in my next relationship? What are some things that I would like to improve about myself? And start doing those things. Read, work out, do things that make you happy, learn about yourself, learn what you would like for your future relationships, learn what you would like for your future in general. Like, are you on the right life path? Are you happy with your life? Are there some changes that you want to make? Take time for yourself. It's so needed and you're worth it. Okay, you guys, that was kind of it. Those were like the 5 ones, but I do want to add something that I think is very important. I think it's very possible for a breakup to kind of make people hard. And I totally get why that would be, because I feel like relationships force us to be very vulnerable. And when it ends, especially if you're not the person that is wanting the relationship to end, it could hurt a lot. And I know that that pain is kind of like a turnoff to ever feel that type of pain again. But I want to remind you guys, don't get hard. Don't build up walls because you don't want to get hurt. I know it's easier said than done, but I do truly believe that that is not the best thing to do, because it blocks out the good that could come for you in the future. I'm sure there's many quotes on this. You know the quote, it's better to have loved and lost than to not have loved at all. And I truly feel like that is true. I know it's tough. I've been through it before, so I definitely want you guys to know that I can sympathize with you guys. But being that I have been through really difficult times, I know that on the other side of the difficult times comes beautiful, beautiful things. So I just want to encourage you guys to not get hard. Don't give up on love. Don't think that just because this relationship ended that there's not going to be a beautiful relationship for you in the future. If things didn't work out with the person that you expected it to work out with, or that you wanted it to work out with, I'm telling you guys, it's because there's something better for you out there. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed this week's video. If you did, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Like I mentioned, I put out videos for you guys every single week, so don't miss any from me. Also, if you guys have any questions for me, or if you want to leave me a comment, do so in the comment section and I will get back to you guys. I love you all so much. I hope that wherever you are in the world, you are well, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Mwah. Bye.